In a selling agent, I need someone that can really go through the whole market and understand who all the buyers are. You want the most broad reach possible to get the best price. So in a buying agent, what you really need is someone who understands the whole market. Now, in America, where you have an MLS system, the market is pretty efficient. In the UK, you need a selling agent who knows all the other agents to make sure your property has a very broad view of anyone who's looking to buy.
What makes a good agent is somebody who's able to put themselves in the shoe of the client and act in their best interests. Client first, your pocket second.
It's all about trust. I think that's the most important thing. Be yourself, be honest, always tell the truth, know your market, know what you're talking about.
And do your research, get to know the areas walk the area, walk the neighbourhood, don't just look at the glamour.
Get to know your area, regardless whether it's restaurants, what's happening, places opening, and also listen. Listen to what both the buyer and the seller are saying so that you can accommodate not just selling a property, but also almost the transition on.
I always feel that a good agent is someone who actually listens to what the actual buyer is looking for and what the client is looking for, and that person is able to make those two people meet and be happy with the outcome. I think the most important thing is to listen and to be able to provide the service where both parties are happy.
You've got to listen twice as much as you talk. You've really got to understand what the client or the buyer wants from his sale or purchase.
I pride myself on being a very good communicator as well, because I find that, you know, my clients want updates, they want feedback, they want to know what's going on in the marketplace, they want to know when you've sold other properties and not theirs, so that you can give them informed advice. And I will always tell the truth. And I've found, for me personally, that's been the most important feature of why people like dealing with me.
Understand the market and understand the nuance of it. Because actually I always say to the team, it's a really difficult job to be good at, estate agency. It's actually a very easy one to be bad at.
Because at the end of the day, you're a salesperson, but your reputation is everything. And this business is fundamentally based on relationship. So whatever you're selling, do it thoroughly in detail. Know that the person you're selling to today is going to be your best advocate and client for you tomorrow.
If a friend of mine asked me on which agent to use, it's quite a simple answer to give. They must have a great track record, they must have worked in the area for a considerable amount of time, and they must have a great reputation within the industry and with other professionals.
It is worthwhile actually trying to get to work for one of the larger firms. They do actually have very good training. They also teach you how to act correctly when it comes to talking with your clients, covering yourself with regards property misdescriptions and money laundering regulations. There's a lot more litigation that's come into our world over the last couple of years. So I think it's important to get that right. It keeps you out of jail.
Be very knowledgeable and put in the hard work.
Try and tag along with someone who's got a little bit of grey hair, because he's been doing it for a long time, like me.
You act for people as if you're acting for yourself, and the rest falls into place.
The advice I would give a young agent would probably be that it's not a full-time career, and that I like agents and brokers it's a great way to start your business in real estate and to understand the different parts of real estate. But long term, the agent should try to move into the equity side or the private equity side of the business. In that, as an agent, you're a hunter. On the equity side of the business, you're a farmer. So even if you don't hunt, you still eat. But as an agent, if there's no hunting to be done, you can't eat. So long term, I don't think it's a great career, although I do believe it's a great way to start your career, because you can learn so much about all different types of real estate.